Good night, everyone. This is Miss Chynee, one of the original hosts for the gallery. It's been a while that I've actually been here with you, as far as like us, co-hosting and stuff together. I kind of miss it. What's going on?
So everybody that's in the building. So being that once again, this is the 4-year anniversary of the gallery. This is my original co-host, Miss Chynee, who's in the building.
So what's going on? What's your name?
My name is Uziel.
Sucio. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
You too. And you are Miss Stacy. I actually follow the page still, so I did see you guys on there. And where's Miss Nicole?
We can't explain. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. No.
But that's currently her feelings right now. So
okay.
Yeah, until she come back and kick me out.
I know how it is. So what's going on? What's new?
I haven't seen you in 2 years.
It's been at least 2 years. Yeah.
So once again, everybody, this is Miss Chynee. So 4 years ago, when we first started on the air, it was me, Miss Chynee, and
Magnus
of Soul Tech Sound.
Yes.
So actually, I tried to reach out to him, but he couldn't make it tonight.
I spoke to him 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was at least 2 weeks ago. I think it was maybe prior to your birthday party.
Okay.
Yeah, so he told me he was coming to your party and all that good stuff. I wish I could have made it, but I wasn't feeling well. So, but those were the good old days. You want to give a little backstory of how we actually started the show?
You could go ahead.
You could
go ahead.
So we were doing a fill-in.
Yes.
For someone's actual show.
Cocoa Puff.
Cocoa Puff.
Big up to Cocoa Puff.
Big up to Cocoa Puff. And from there, that actual fill-in show had great ratings.
Yeah.
And we had at least maybe 3 soca artists that night we interviewed. And from there, it kind of was we had radio chemistry. The 3 of us was a dynamic duo, trio. And we started our own show from there. And the gallery's been history ever since, even though I'm not on it still. But you guys are still doing really great work. And everything's looking pretty good. So Stacey, you're pretty much taking care of my baby. Even though I'm not here, but this is where my radio career started. Even though I'm not on radio anymore, career happens, life happens, but this is where it started. I was always shy, and they were always like, "Oh, you have a great radio voice," and I was like, "No, I don't." But it turned out that it worked out, and just meeting new people and then connecting personalities, and it works. So you guys take care of the gallery, take care of Benny, and keep doing what you guys are doing, because you guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you for showing up.
No
so once again, this is Miss Chynee, one of my original co. And the thing that like you mentioned, there was a chemistry on the air, from that first show. We did a film show for somebody else, and it was 3 of us, Miss Chynee, Magnus of Soul Tech, and myself. We filled in. Like she said, a lot of people that listened to the show that night actually liked the show, and that's basically how the gallery came into effect. So actually, in terms of the name of the gallery, Chynee is actually responsible for that name as well. Because we had because that filling show was in October. So our first show was actually December 3rd, 2014. So we had a month to actually figure out a name. So me and Chynee were just throwing stuff back and forth. We wanted to have so for those that don't know the history of the name, so we wanted to have a name that represented urban and Caribbean culture. So how people say, well, how does the gallery represent urban and Caribbean culture at the same time? So the name of the gallery, when you think about it in urban culture, you just think of a collage. You think about, just a mixture of stuff. Because that's what the show was about. We interviewed a lot of artists. We played, a variety of music. So if the gallery is basically a mixture of stuff. Now in the Caribbean, when you talk about the front porch of your house where you just go and relax, because that's what the gallery is. We just relax an atmosphere. We sit down and talk about a lot of stuff. In America, it's called the porch.
The porch, right.
In the Caribbean, they call it the gallery.
The gallery.
So that's how the name the gallery came into effect. It was just an amalgamation of something that would represent urban culture and Caribbean culture. So people that would hear the gallery when they're in the Caribbean, they think of, oh, that's the front porch. I'm just going to relax, listen to some music, just talk a lot of junk. In America, when you hear the gallery, you just think about a collage of different things. So that's basically, once again, that's the history of the gallery, and that's how the name came into effect. So that's your little brief history on the gallery. So And so once again, it's like, yeah, it's been like 2+ years since I've actually physically seen.
Oh wow.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna take it back to when we first started, 2014. I'm actually ask Chynee to help me with this one because we used to rock out back in the days of 2014. So everybody, we're gonna rock out to next week saying God bless.
I duck in it. 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 Who does go to work on a Thursday or even a Friday when it have parties? I still put on my wet clothes, but I just stay to wine and the shorty. She tell me she up there. Tell my supervisor I sick, have diarrhea and I need to shoot. I need to go to the pharmacy, but I end up in fire the walk. I will jump up and whining down. Pumping just like a hooligan when I turn around and see my boss in the place. If you see me again, I don't want my boss to see, so I again. Don't want him to fire me, so I again. Post me in the pharmacy, so I again. Yeah. If you see me wine, and I again, choke, and I again. If you see me wine, and I again, choke, and I.
The Gallery every Tuesday. Miss Stacy, Nicole Renee, and Badman Benny.